Satan, he did that in a form of a serpent. He first introduced the idea of sin in Genesis 3 verse 1. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Did Eve make this decision to satisfy herself above what God says? She made this decision at the expense of not just herself, but the closest person to her in her life. She crossed this line of sin, disregarding the damage that it was going to do to her own husband. They don't recognize the God that they're standing in front of, the one that made them. They saw their own opinions, their own right? You want to know how far from perfect you are as a sinner, how far you can become? This is how bad it can get. Laws are not given to people in order to fix their sin nature. They're simply given to resist your sin nature. Just simply resist what people want to do. The fact that if people did not want to do these evil things, you wouldn't have to have a law that tells them they can't do it. Right? And so there's a law put in place. So tonight, laws that tell people they can't do certain things or they must do other things is not actually a solution to the sin problem. All that laws do tonight is they shed light on the fact that there is a problem. Romans 3:20, therefore by the deeds of the law no flesh will be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. Right? The laws tonight are simply like a light bulb being switched in your room on a Saturday. Dirty room day. Right? The lights in the room didn't make your room dirty. The light coming on isn't going to fix your room from being dirty. It's just showing there's something wrong here. In the form of the Ten Commandments, is that even though the laws themselves do not fix us, what the laws are based on is a greater principle that actually does have the power to overcome your sin nature. Follow me tonight. Verse 36, teacher, which is the great commandment of the law? In the law, Jesus said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Is that God's laws are meant to flow out of your desire for love.